Welcome to Vertigo. In this episode, we will be exploring the mysterious disappearance and death of Elisa Lam. So turn off the lights, sit back, and enjoy. On February 19, 2013, the body of 21-year-old Canadian Elisa Lam was recovered from a water tank atop the historic Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. She had been reported missing 3 weeks earlier, at the beginning of the month. Maintenance workers at the hotel discovered the body when investigating guest complaints of problems with the water supply. During the search for Lam, patrons at the hotel began complaining about low water pressure. Some of the guests even claimed their water was colored black and had an unusual taste. On the morning of February 19, Elisa Lam's body was found in one of 4 tanks providing water to rooms of the hotel. The tank was drained and cut open since its maintenance hatch was too small to accommodate equipment needed to remove the body. 2 days later, the Los Angeles Coroner's Office issued a finding of accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. The full coroner's report stated that Lam's body had been found naked with her clothing floating in the water, coated with a sand-like particulate. Her watch and room key were also found with her. There was no evidence of physical trauma, sexual assault, or suicide. The toxicology report showed traces of prescription medication found among her belongings, plus non-prescription drugs such as Sinutab and ibuprofen. A very small amount of alcohol was present, but there was no evidence of any other recreational drugs. The death of Elisa Lam has become an internet sensation due to the elevator video that went viral about 5 days before her body was discovered. The Los Angeles Police Department released the video to the public as part of their missing person investigation. The video is the last time she was known to have been seen on the day of her disappearance, and many people find it very unsettling. Let's take a look. At the start, Lam enters, clad in a red zippered hooded sweatshirt with black shorts and sandals. She appears to select several floors and then step back into the corner. After a few seconds during which the doors fail to close, she steps up to it, leans forward so her head is through the door, looks in both directions, and then quickly steps back in, backing up to the wall, and then into the corner near the control panel. It appears as if she may be hiding from someone. Inexplicably, the door remains open. She walks to the elevator entrance once again and stands in the doorway, leaning on the side. She steps in and out a few times, looking around as if afraid of seeing somebody. The door continues to remain open. Her right arm can be seen going up to her head. She then turns and re-enters the elevator. She goes to the control panel, presses more buttons, some more than once. Amazingly, the door remains open. She leaves the elevator once again, and perhaps the creepiest part of this video is what happened next. She turns to her right and begins rubbing her forearms together, then waves her hands out to her sides with palms flat and fingers outstretched, while bowing forward slightly and rocking gently. What is she doing here? Is she signaling someone? Is it related to her bipolar disorder? This can all be seen through the door, which still remains open. After she walks away to the left, it finally closes. Some people have argued that the video has been tampered with before being made public. Besides the obscuring of the timestamp they claim, parts have been slowed down, and nearly a minute of footage has been discreetly removed. The motivation for tampering with this video remains unknown. Several theories have been proposed to explain her actions and what exactly happened to her on this fateful day. As I see it, there are three possible theories that explain what is going on here. The first one is that Lam had a psychotic episode, and her death was exactly as ruled, simply an accident. She had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, and was on 4 separate prescription drugs to treat her disorders. While Lam had no history of suicidal ideations or attempts, one report claims she had previously gone missing for a brief period. In fact, the hotel had originally packed her in a double room, but her roommates were complaining about her odd behavior. But the question remains as how exactly she got into the water tank. Doors and stairs that access the hotel's roof are locked, with only staff having the passcodes and keys, and any attempt to force them would supposedly have triggered an alarm. And furthermore, how could she have gotten into the water tank by herself? All 4 tanks are 4 by 8 foot cylinders propped up on concrete blocks. There is no fixed access to the tanks, and hotel workers had to use a ladder to look at the water. They are protected by heavy lids that would be difficult to open by the 21-year-old herself. The second plausible theory is that Lam was trying to get the elevator car to move in order to escape from someone pursuing her. Her cell phone was not found with the body, and it is believed someone may have stolen it at some point before she entered the elevator. Her actions inside the elevator strongly suggest she may have been hiding or attempting to run from someone searching for her. However, there was no evidence of physical trauma or sexual assault. And how would a perpetrator have gotten her onto the roof and into the water tank without anyone noticing or an alarm being triggered? The final theory is that something paranormal took place. The strongest evidence of this is that the elevator door remained open and refused to close for Lam. It would also explain how she inexplicably ended up by herself in a water tank on the roof of the hotel. The death of Elisa Lam is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. So what do you think happened to this young Canadian? Is the simplest explanation the correct one? Is this a psychotic episode that had a tragic but accidental ending? Or is there something much bigger and more mysterious at play here? Leave your theories in the comments below and let us know what mystery you would like us to examine next. Thank you for watching. Good night.